Okay, so this is a big week in class. This coming Thursday, we'll have our first quiz. And Saturday, midnight, your assignment is due, your first assignment, due at midnight. So I want to talk about this assignment first. So if you look on your blackboard, I guess we have to look over here on assignments. And you'll see assignment 1 here. And so what is the assignment? So this is an assignment to write a research paper. And so you've got to come up with a company then. It's traded on one of the world's stock markets. And by now you should have a company. Now, how many of you have a company? How many do not have a company? Okay, so here should be a list then of the companies that you have. That's not our class. Well, I say, well, it's this is both sections together. Okay, so this is section 15,237, and the other section is 16,959. So this is a combination of this and the. So I guess I could do this. Okay, so this will put all the people in this class. So we've got Alan here. Where's Alan? So advanced micro devices, AMD on the New York Stock Exchange. Now, what the graders have done is they've gone through and listed the price of your stock. Okay, so the contest is actually supposed to start at noon today. But we can't do it exactly at noon, okay? But they went and listed the price of your stock more or less at noon. Okay? Actually, it was a little bit afternoon, by the time we got on. Well, you're buying stock, okay? You're buying $100,000 worth of AMD stock here, and it's costing you $3.30 a share. Okay? So to find out how many shares you have, you gotta take 100,000 and divide it by 3. Based on the value of the stock. Okay? That's the only way you can buy. The only way you can buy stock, okay, that I know of is whatever the price is. Okay? And so today, AMD is selling at $3.30 a share. So for $100,000, okay, you could get approximately, 30,000 shares. Question? Know how to make the most money. So on December the 4th or 5th, whatever it says, assignment, we're going to sell this, okay? You're going to take these 33,000 shares, you're going to sell it for whatever the price is at that time. And if that nets him $150,000, then he will have made $50,000. And so the value in the contest is 50,000. Yes. I'm sorry. Who are you looking for? Well, if your name is not on there, you have an agreement with the TA already? Yes. Well, let's see. So he's only got 16 names here, looks like, from this class. So altogether, he's got 26. So they must have split you know, uh, they split the class in two, right? If your uh, PeopleSoft ID ended in an odd number, you were using one grader, and even when you're using another grader. So this is only from Cyril Harris right here. So I don't have the other ones yet. Okay? Well, let me look. I'll see. I got the other one. So it looks like uh, here we go. Sorry. Okay, sorry. They were doing all this today, so so here's the right one. Okay, now this should be in order. Okay. Now I don't know why this was red. Okay. Andrew, why is this red? What? Okay. Besides that, why is it red? So here's the problem. He's got this is not listed in Blackboard. They just meant he couldn't find the price for some reason. Okay, so Alco has got advanced macro devices. I don't like this here, so I'm going to wipe it out. Yes. What? No. Well, so Google was selling at 761.99 this morning. I said, well, there might. What I told them was this: since half of the students were uh, sending information to Harrison, half of them were sending information to Lewis. I just told Harrison Lewis, well, it's going to take you too long to coordinate, so make sure they all have different companies, the ones that are reporting to you. Okay? So there might be two. Okay? That's okay if there are two. Okay, so anyway, once I get all of this straightened out with them, because we're still really kind of still working on this, then I'll post this on uh, Blackboard. Mm. So some of these are custom, some of these are they're different formats. We're going to be looking at Excel pretty soon here. So we still got some glitches in this, but we'll get a uniform. And but maybe I was concerned today to have the starting value of all your stocks, and so that's basically what I had them working on this morning. Okay, but now I want to talk about the so the assignment is to write a research paper. So what do we want in a research paper? Well, we want some objectivity, and we want some research. So that means we want you to list references, because listing references is considered to be the way to prove that you've done some research, that you know what the field is. Okay, and so in addition to uh, this document here, I also have two other documents. But before we leave this document here, let me point out some things. Okay, the due date is September 29th at, oh, and this is 11:59. I changed that to before. Okay, it's at midnight really. This will change it, by the way. I'll have to go ahead and change it later. Uh, Only non-late submissions by Blackboard Learn will be accepted. Okay? So does everybody know how to turn in your paper on Blackboard Learn? Okay. So you basically will build your paper in Word, say Microsoft Word or uh, Apple Word, Mac Word, and you'll have it on some computer. Okay. And from that computer, you're going to log on to Blackboard, and then you're going to come down to assignments, and you're going to go down to assignment one. You're here. Click on assignment one, and then assignment one comes up. Okay, and you can actually type your paper in here, but you probably don't want to do that. Okay, uh, what you want to do is you want to come down and say attach file. So you want to click on browse my computer, and then you'll browse. Okay, get the paper. Okay, that you've written. And once you have found that in your browser, then you simply say submit. Okay, and you have to do that by midnight this coming Saturday. So if you're working on this right at midnight, you don't quite have to finish on midnight on Saturday. And suddenly, midnight things, it's like Cinderella's, carriage, it changes into a pumpkin on the spot. Okay, you can't submit anymore. Okay, and so you have to do this by midnight. You don't take any late papers here. Okay, okay, so there's that. Now, what about what are we looking for in the paper? So I've got here a sample document, okay? And this is what we expect the paper to look like. This is exactly in the right format with exactly the right margins, okay? Exactly the right spacing. Okay? So I got an example, okay, of an indented quotation. You have to read this, okay? It's got examples of works cited, okay? Now, here's how we're going to grade this. So, this is worth 100 points. So, the format is worth 20 points. So, we're going to be looking for this format here. Now, notice on this format here, everything is double spaced, okay? All this is double spaced here. All this is double spaced. So, suppose you put in a document that's not double spaced. Then you violated the format, okay? And the graders have to deduct something. Yes. Yes, I'm getting to that. I'll get to that. Okay? I'm coming to it. And here, I notice the title goes here. That's centered. Suppose you turn in a paper and your title is not centered. Okay? Then you violated the format. Okay? So they have to take off some points. Now, how many? They find these errors like that, and they take off points. How many points do they take off? Let's say that your title is not centered. Okay, how many points do they take off? Well, I told them. Well, I always back my graders on this because if they say that's minus 5 points, then it's minus 5 points. Okay? There's no point in coming up and arguing with me to say that shit's too many points. It should have only been 3 points. Okay. Because my whole philosophy on that is grading is subjective, and these people are graduate students. They've been around a while. They have some feeling for what is normally done, I guess. And if they say it's 5 points, it is 5 points. So we can't tell you exactly how many points, for everything because things come up that are unexpected. And I do ask them, you had to be consistent though. Take off 5 points for one person's title not being in the center. It's got to be 5 points for everybody. Yeah, so that's the format. Another thing is the format. You have to look at this, and then you also have to look at that MLA document that I gave you. And I'll look at that in just a minute. That document specifies other things. For instance, it specifies that this should be some 12-point font. Okay, so in this case, it's a Courier New, I believe. I'm going to click on this, okay? We see it's 12-point Courier New. Okay? If you turn down a document that's 15 points, or 14 points or something, make it bigger so you don't have to write as much stuff, right? You violated the format. Okay? So that's format. Next thing is citation, okay? So you have to have these citations. Works cited. And each work that you have cited here actually does have to be cited. So if you have something cited here, the grader is going to look in the paper to see where it's cited. Okay? And if it's not cited, that's a problem. Okay? And some points will be taken off. Okay? The citations have to follow the rules of the Modern Language Association, and those we've handed out to you. Okay? Now, one thing I want to tell you, and I just told the graders this today, in that document of citations, there's one way of citing a book, there's another way of citing a journal article, and another way of citing, say, a URL on the internet. I told the graders, if it's a research paper, it should be that all of the citations are not just URLs on the internet. If all the citations are URLs on the internet, it's not a very good research article. I mean, no books were consulted, no journals were consulted on the internet. Okay, and so I told them look for at least one book citation, one journal citation, and And if all the rest are internet, we'll take it, okay? But we don't want all just internet citations. Okay, grammar, including punctuation, spelling, subject, and verb. Well, clear and logical. Well, now let me tell you. I remember years ago I saw this cartoon in some book, and there was these guys playing poker at 3 o'clock in the morning. Okay, and the clock's on the wall with 3 o'clock in the morning, and the moon is shining outside. This one guy's saying to these others, "Well, I got to cash in early tonight. I've got to go home and write my master's thesis." And so, if you do something at the last minute, if you take 30 minutes on Saturday to brush something off and hand it in, I can tell you this: it looks like it. I guarantee you, it looks like it because it has all sorts of really, really bad stuff in it. For instance, there'll be, I've had students hand in sentences that were fantastically long. I mean, the sentence just went on and on and on and on. And I've had the whole paragraph was just one sentence. And sometimes they didn't even have a period at the end. That is not good writing. I've had papers turned in. The entire paper was just one paragraph. That's not good writing. What you want in a research paper is something that is presented clearly and logically. It should be presented in paragraphs. Each paragraph should have some logical standing in what you're trying to say. If you dash something off real fast, what you get is something that just looks like rambling. Okay? I've seen paragraphs that in one paragraph there's a sentence about the guy that started the company, and then his reason for supporting the company, and then what he thought the company was going to do. These sentences didn't really have any relationship to one another, yet they were all put together in one paragraph. And then the next paragraph sort of repeated all the same stuff all over again. None of that is good writing. Sentences should be relatively short, by the way. Best writing is the sentences should be relatively short. There should be several sentences in a paragraph, and all the sentences in that paragraph should somehow talk about the same thing, okay? Develop the same sub idea, okay? And there should be several paragraphs, okay? Okay, answers the question. Main question you're trying to answer here is what? Why I picked this company? Okay? Why didn't I pick another company? And what was it about this company that was somehow appealing, or that I thought, was, or I'm just interested in this company? You might say, well, maybe I won't win this contest about making the most money here. It's not real money anyway, right? Uh, but I was interested in this company because, some other reason, and because of the distance. So that's what answers the question is. Okay? Maximum score is 100. Okay. Okay, so there's that document. Now let me look at this other document. So here's the MLA format. You should read this, okay? The Modern Language Association style. Now, this Modern Language Association style might not be the format that your particular department uses. The computer science department does not use this particular format, but it's a good one, and so